pitch shortly after. We'll be back. All right, folks, national anthem done and over with here on the Fremont campus. I'm going to quickly just go one more time over the schedule overview for both teams before I get back to my regular pregame, because we had some technical difficulties over here as far as Wi-Fi is concerned. Thank you, Ohlone College. And so for Gavilan, they're coming in with, as I said before, with a 7-9 record, and that's not to be deceived. Being a below 500 team, they played against some serious competition. Sac City, Santa Rosa, Shasta, Laney, and Hartnell, just to name a few. And for them, not an easy game again, facing the Ohlone College Renegades, but with a team batting average of 287, good for second in the North, and with a team ERA of 578, good for fourth in the North out of 6 teams. They're looking for more of the same hitting-wise, and pitching-wise, they're going to try and look for a much better performance, which is going to be tough against the best lineup in not only the Coast South, but in the entire state in the Ohlone College Renegades, and one of the best pitching staffs in the state for the Renegades. So this is a huge test for Cañada, but subsequently a huge test defensively and pitching-wise for the Renegades. And for the Renegades, they're 15-1 heading into today's game. Their most recent game happening at San Francisco State University against City College of San Francisco. That was a 25-3 victory for them. So they're just looking for more of the same. They're going to have their strong-armed right-hander Matthew Foley on the mound today. He's making his 4th appearance and his 4th start in a row. He's 2-0 with 15 innings pitched and 14 hits given up, 7 runs, 6 of which are earned runs, 5 walks to 13 strikeouts, a case through 9 of 780. He's got a 3.60 ERA with a 1.27 whip and a homer given up on the season. He will be greeted by Sanchez, the shortstop of the Cañada Colts, and then he will be followed up by Milan, Leschuk, Garcia, Daniel Savage, as that 0-0 delivery is outside for a ball in the 1-0. Misses the zone, and it's 2-0. Then Turkleton is going to be batting 6th. Gladfelter batting 7th. This is grounded over to the right side, and Foley's going to make the play from 1-3 for the putout. Then Lofberg and Alvaro. So Sanchez put out on the 1-3 putout. And for the Renegade defense, this is going to be their defensive alignment. From left to right in the outfield, Tegan Riley, Jordan Medina. This is grounded over to Chewy Vasquez, and it's going to be a 6-3. My goodness. The Colts in a hurry here in the first inning. And then in right field for the Renegades, is going to be Teo Thompson. Then from left to right in the infield, it's going to go like this. Cachia's at third base, Vasquez is at short, at second base Stewart, and at first base Canberra. Derek Bain putting down the signs for the Renegades behind the backstop. And so with the 0-1 delivery, a 77-mile-an-hour 0-1 delivery home for a strike to Leschuk. Leschuk bounces this one over to Foley, who makes the play. From 1-3 they go, and that'll end the inning. So a very, very quick first inning that doesn't even allow Bodie Warden to speak.
They were in a hurry.
I mean, they were in a hurry. That was 3 pitches or less in every single at-bat, and that is the fastest the top of the first inning has been retired. So we're not even going to signal for the break. Bodie, go ahead and introduce yourself and talk about what you wanted to talk about. My goodness.
I mean, it's just kind of the same for the Renegades. Their dominance has been felt. I mean, they're 15-1. That's something, as an opposing team, you never want to see, right? You never want to feel that. You never want to walk onto a home field of a 15-1 team. So for Cañada, they're going to need to bear down here and really kind of do what they do best, is just play solid, use their hitters to their advantage. I mean, they have really talented players. I mean, Cole Leschuk, the hitter who just got out, the third hitter of the inning, he's been dominating. He has 73 at-bats, hitting 400. So there's players that are star players on this field for Cañada that the Renegades are going to have to fight to get out. And if they can just execute each pitch very well, be patient in the box, and just be dominant athletes as they are, this game should go very much in favor for the Renegades. But the Renegades can't let their emotions get the best of them. If this is going to be a game where it's going to be close, just like as the Citrus series was, which they're not probably in their own mind not expecting. They're expecting dominance from themselves. And if they're in a position of needing to come back or fight for a different kind of inning that they're used to, then they have to bear down and do that. They have to be mentally strong and ready, and that starts off with Caden Cachia's at-bat of just showing why he's one of the best players here, especially coming from Cañada, why he can do what he can do here.
Adam Bailey is going to be the pitcher for Cañada, and he is from Claremont High School, a 5'9" freshman righty-righty combination wearing the number 12. His 0 delivery home is in there for a strike. The bench for the Colts getting up and getting loud as their ex-teammate, Caden Cachia, is going to be the leadoff batter here for the Renegades.
Well, I was going to say, too, if you're wondering, this is going to be the loudest this game arguably will be.
And this is going to be an opposite field base hit, and it could be extra bases. Cachia is going to stay at first, as that was a great play made in the hole there by Garcia in left field. But Cachia fired up with a leadoff single. So let's talk about the defensive alignment, and then I'll get you the Renegade lineup. As I said before, in left field is Garcia, Daniel Savage in center field, and in right field, Gladfelter. And then in from left to right in the infield, I didn't even mark Leschuk's. Okay, it's DH. Thank goodness. So this is up to right field and deep, but in the park. So Medina out in a hurry, and these guys are not wasting any time.
Nope.
Ambush tactics on both sides. My goodness. Can you guys just give me a minute here, huh? All right. From left to right in the infield for the Colts, Avaro. At short is going to be Sanchez. At second base, Milan. And at first base, Turkington. And then Lofberg is catching. So Cachia and Medina, first 2 hitters. Here now is Vasquez. And the runner goes, and he's going to be safe. Bain follows up Vasquez, who's going to be followed up by Canberra. Canberra then followed up by Riley, followed up by Stewart, followed up by Hegeman, and then Teo Thompson, who had a grand slam in San Francisco over the weekend.
I just want to fill you guys in, too, if you couldn't see that on the stream. Things are already getting chippy.
This is up to right field in playable territory, and not really having to make a move on it at all is Gladfelter. And he makes a strong throw back in the infield to not allow Cañada to tag up. So here now is Derek Bain for the Ohlone College Renegades. And for Derek Bain, didn't get a start just a week ago in our previous game against De Anza College, but he's batting at .340 with 50 at bats on the season, ready for his 51st. And Coach Curran going to come out and talk to Caden Cañada, and I'm wondering if it's so much a strategy, if not Coach Curran trying to keep his guy in check, maybe, because he doesn't look too happy. And
yeah, I mean that definitely comes from right when he sold the bag. Second base was on him the whole time. Cañada pushes him off. Shortstop's chirping him the whole entire time, barking his ear out. And the umpire, there's a warning already sent. The umpire are going to warn both benches, to start off this game.
Well,
they send it immediately over to where shortstop and Cañada was, because they've been chirping the whole time.
Well, folks, back at home or at work, wherever you are, get some popcorn, get a nice drink, get ready for this game. It's going to be chippy, and I hope it stays close the entire way through. And Cañada is going to get caught in a rundown between second and third. A flip over to third base, and he's going to try and go back to second and be tagged out on the play. So he's tagged out, and on the tag there, I think the third baseman Alvaro is going to get either a warning or something else based on the tag and maybe some extracurricular. And I mean, wow. These two teams already do not like each other.
No.
And folks, if you are ready for some baseball, I am too. We'll be back in 30 seconds and take a quick breather. These teams do not like each other. So let's have a great game. How about that? 30 seconds or less. We'll be back. Garcia, Daniel Savage, and Turkington to greet us here in the top end of the second inning. And folks, it's chirpy, it's chippy, it's every bit of physical baseball that you might like if you are a fan of physical baseball. If you don't like physical baseball, well, I hate to say it, but this might not be the game for you. These two teams already starting off with some loud extracurricular and seemingly not liking each other very much, which is going to make for some incredible baseball, I would assume, and I would hope. And you see the pace of the infield practice here just kind of picked up a little bit. The intensity is picked up everywhere you turn. So I'm excited personally.
This is almost going to be a preseason World Series for them. This game's going to be incredibly important for their morale in the whole entire season coming forward after this, because if they can, in their minds, they want to whoop Cañada 25-0 right now. This is exactly what they want to do. They want to fight, and I know Coach Curran loves to see this kind of matchup to start this season out early.
This is bounce, and is it playable? They're saying it is. So a heads-up play by Derek Bain there, who is going to instinctually just make the play himself for the 2-3 put out.
And also, since we got a chirpy game going on here, We want to hear from you guys at home. Send in some chats. Chat to us. Tell us who you're watching for, where we're watching from.
This is going to be a bunt down the third baseline. Cañada bare hands in, throws it to first. Not going to be in time. Daniel Savage with a bunt for the base hit there. The infield single. That'll be your first base runner for Cañada. And if you can't hear it in your broadcast, Cañada fired up over that infield single.
I would assume every single hit that either one of these teams get, the umpires are going to stand just a few seconds longer to make sure no one's saying anything inappropriate on the field.
Tarkleton, number 35, the left-handed first baseman correction. Ready to face Foley. Favoring the batter here for Tarkleton, and he takes on the outside for a ball 1-0. Nate Turkington. Batting at .333 to begin play today. Takes on the outer half for a strike. And for Daniel Savage, who's at first base, he was batting at .293 before that at bat. Now above .300. So a great season for him early on. Through 41 at-bats, his 42nd of the season just a moment ago. For Turkington, this will be his 22nd appearance at the plate. 2-1 coming home. Swung on and missed. Runner goes. Bain, strong throw to second. Just behind the runner, Daniel Savage, who will have a stolen bag. And now he is 180 feet away from scoring. In scoring position with an out here recorded in the top of the second.
Extremely unfortunate for Bain, too, that the one pitch that he goes is an off-speed because Bain's got one of the strongest arms I've seen from a catcher. I mean, that previous game we watched, he slid the backstop, threw him out from the backstop to second.
Swung on and missed, and that'll be a strikeout of Turkington. Gladfelter now to swing the bat. That's Justin Gladfelter with now his 50th at-bat of the season. He's batting at .388 with 5 RBI on the season. And with 2 out, any base hit here could have a chance to score Daniel Savage, as he is going to be ahead in the count now, 1-0.
And I can imagine the team to score the first run of this game will just carry momentum for a little bit until someone can really step up and mentally block all that energy out.
Grounded over to Chuy Vasquez, who makes a nice play and throws to first in time for the out. So the Colts will strand a runner at second base and will have to go and shut down this Renegade offense one more time, which will be plating Bain, Canberra, and Riley here in the bottom end of the second inning. No score, 1 hit for either team, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. All right, folks, we are back here on the Ohlone College Fremont campus. I got Coach's View up, so I'm going to give you Adam Bailey's stats now. I feel bad to not have mentioned it before. He's going to be making his 5th appearance on the season. Crazy enough, this is going to be his first start through 5 appearances. Wow. He's got a .432 ERA. He's 1-0 on the season with 8 1/3 pitched. He's given up 2 hits with 4 runs. All 4 are earned runs. 6-6 for the strikeouts and walk total. He's surrendered a dinger on the season through 26 total at bats. He has a batting average against at .77.
Wow.
So a huge test for him today. As, of course, those little amount of innings pitched, I would say, is probably the main culprit of his ERA being above 4, because you would think to yourself, a guy who's only surrendering a 77 batting average would have an ERA below 2.
Yeah.
And so if he is able to emulate that performance, his ERA is going to shoot way down today. And so that'll be interesting to see as we continue down the stretch here. The 1-1 to Derek Main, who pops this one up, and the center fielder kind of trips a little bit but recovers himself for the first out of the inning. Good job by Daniel Savage to not panic there as his foot kind of gave out from underneath him. That's just an issue with AstroTurf fields here and there, but stays with it and stays poised for the putout.
Yeah, and I mean, so far a lot of first, second, third pitch at bats. Not much length in these at bats, which I wonder maybe if this is unsuccessful for the Renegades for these first few innings, maybe they'll just start taking pitches more. Let the pitcher work the count and work the strike zone, and maybe you can work a free walk here and there.
Julian Cambra now to swing the bat for the Renegades. Cambra over to short. Good play over there at short by Sanchez, who makes the 6-3 putout. And we're jumping through this game in a hurry, huh?
Yeah.
11 outs recorded, and the game just started 11 minutes ago.
It basically almost did. Wow.
That breaking ball just up and in to Tegan Riley, the batter. And for Riley this season, batting at .286, making his 22nd at-bat of the season now. As he takes inside there for a strike. Good location there from Bailey. 65 inside. That's
a
just
slow
pain.
off speed right there.
Yeah. That started outside and broke its way a little bit further outside. Good job there by Lofberg to keep it in his glove. Not even allowing it to bounce to the plate. It's 2-1. This popped up. This should end the inning. And in center field, but calling him off and making the play from left field is Garcia up in left center field to end the inning. And so the Renegades go down quietly here in the bottom of the second. We will be back in 30 seconds after this quick break. So far, only one team hit for either team. No errors and no runs scored. Oh my goodness, we got a good one. I'm excited. 30 seconds, we'll have third inning for you. We are back here, folks. We got Lofberg, the catcher, Alvaro, the third baseman, and Sanchez, the shortstop, due up here in the third inning. And, folks, yeah, we're in the third inning, and this game only started about maybe 20 minutes ago. There's been a lot of first pitch swinging, a lot of quick at-bats. This is off the glove of Foley, and over at second base, making the play was Stewart, but on the play, Lofberg was able to leg it out. And so,
very close play.
I'll say this much. You don't typically put speed next to catchers, but you might have to with Lofberg legging that one out, as Foley had a piece of it and kind of flipped it over to Stewart, and Stewart had to make a play on the backhand and throw across his body in order to get it back to first. The fact that he even had a chance there was incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, Stewart got to the ball really quickly. Great throw. Very 50-50. That was an extremely close play, but if Foley didn't hit that, that probably would have been, not routine, but much easier for Stewart.
Alvaro, the shortstop, takes 1-0. And it's a called strike, and it's 1-1 now. Totally not a recovery from making the wrong call just now. Patrick Sanchez batting at .359. Hey, when you have a 9-hole guy batting .359, it's a good year.
Very.
Both these teams can say that they have very deep lineups. Popped up. Stewart calling, and Joaquin makes the play. Back to the top of the order we go. I was reading Sanchez. Alvaro was the hitter, by the way. And Alvaro was batting at 167, so
that makes more sense.
Oh well. Oh well. That was my one moment, and I blew it. I have one dart, and I missed. Here now is Sanchez, the .359 hitter.
There's something kind of funny about Sanchez, too. He's leading his team, and I wouldn't be surprised if he was leading, practically the state, what it looks like, with 17 hit-by pitches. He's been plunked 17 times.
Goodness.
That's a hit by pitch every game with one more extra in a game, too.
And sometimes you can look at a guy's batting stance and say, oh, yeah, he crowds the plate so much. But, I don't see it.
That. Nope.
I don't see it at all.
Open stance.
This is it's a healthy crowding of the plate, but it's not
more than anything
excessive.
Else we see. Yeah.
Yeah. 1-1, and he gets hit.
And he gets
wow.
Hit. He gets hit right as we are talking about it. So make that 18 now for him. Something about him is a ball magnet.
Well, as long as he doesn't get injured, you can call him the winter or the spring soldier.
And what Coach Kern's arguing is he stuck out his elbow a little bit trying to draw the hit by pitch, which makes you wonder. 18 hit by pitches, maybe that's his talent. Drawing a hit by pitch very well.
It's on base. It's on base percentage. So, if he's willing to take it and he can survive it, go ahead and do it. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
So now you have Milan. That's Junior Milan, who's batting at .333. Grounded into a 6-3 in his first opportunity in the first inning, and he's got 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position here. The runner being Lofberg, the catcher, and a little pickoff move there, and the Colts diagnosing it faster than I think Foley even wanted to get rid of the ball. As on the windup, before Foley even motioned, Stewart broke to try and cover second. You heard back coming from the dugout. Oh, coming home. That's pretty high.
This is going to be a big test for Foley, too. Probably one of his most important pitching performances here is just, he's good enough to result in 0 damage. He can keep them to scoreless. He's got to dig deep in his repertoire.
Popped up. This is going to be in left field, and calling it is Riley. A little bit of trouble there with a happy feet pop-up dance, but makes the play.
Yep. Supposed to be decent wind gust today up above the field, so any pop-up necessarily isn't safe.
Yeah, and also, for these outfielders, the other thing that we don't really think about as the game progresses, the sun starts to set right in their eyesight.
Everyone from basically center all the way to left field is right where the ball is going to be hit is the sun. So it's going to be a big battle in this game to just block the sun, avoid the wind, come down with routine plays.
Let's check now. The DH today, batting at .397, grounded into a 1-3. And with 2 out, this could be a 2 RBI situation here. With Sanchez, the shortstop at first base, he could score from first with the ball hit well enough.
Yep.
But behind 0-2 now is Leschuk.
Exactly where Foley wants to be here.
And if you're Foley, you got a lot on your mind right now. Do I just say challenge? Do I throw it away? 0-2, getting ready to come home. Challenges him, and it's fouled off to the left side.
That's a good pitch sequence through a fastball inside first pitch, kind of a change lower inside second pitch, and then throws a curveball inside. So he's just challenging him inside. Wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I'm not too sure of Foley's pitching repertoire, but if he has a ball that has movement to the outside part of the plate, I would assume they're setting up outside, throwing it out on the outside part of the plate here.
0-2 getting ready to come home again from Foley. He kicks and he deals. Grounded over to second base, and Stewart makes a play and flips to second to Chewy Vasquez covering for the fielder's choice. 4-6 put out to end the inning. And so, when we come back, it's going to be Stewart, Hegeman, and Thompson due up for the Renegades. 2 team hits for the Colts and 3 runners stranded total, 2 in that inning for them. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this break. We are back here, folks, on the Ohlone College Fremont campus, and I just noticed I had yet to even do the weather. So, I mean, it's kind of late, but better late than never. It's 64 degrees right now. You're going to see low 60s as we are on our way out of here with the wind chill about 7 miles an hour blowing to the east. That is towards right center field, but the wind whips and lashes.
It's been fluctuating all day.
Yeah, it's not going to be consistent. So look at the flags and it'll tell you.
Yep.
Here now is the best batting average hitter in the South, Joaquin Stewart.
467.
How about that?
Through 45 at-bats, 21 hits. Has a home run on the season, too, which was a big home run. I believe it's Citrus. Am I right, or was that Teo?
That was Teo who hit the Citrus home run. Not sure when Joaquin hit the home run, but it was on a road trip.
And Joaquin also has 21 RBIs. Actually the second most on this team behind Chewy Vasquez. So Joaquin making a name for himself.
Swung on and missed there on the 2-0 delivery home from Bailey. And Joaquin wearing the number 8, worn by Stevie Hom, a great shortstop for the Renegades. That's a guy that I miss for sure. 2-1, here comes. Fouled off to the right side.
Yeah.
There goes LT Lindsay to pick it up. Two and two, getting ready to come home from Bailey. Ooh, just getting a piece of it there is Stewart, and this is going into foul territory and out of play.
Yeah, I think that was coming in around 60, mid-60s on that speed, and that's an amazing, 67 miles an hour. That's an amazing way to get that foot down and just plant it, keep it still, foul the pitch off, look for the next one.
Yeah, that definitely was just an emergency swing from Stewart. Seeing that was breaking its way into the zone, and he did not want to be put down on a backwards K. So 2-2, here it comes home. Another good pitch there from Bailey. This is launched to left field, pretty deep, but in the park, and nobody's going to get it. It bounces in the gap, and Stewart is going to patrol into second with a double. Wow.
That was a high fly ball that just kept – I was watching it. I mean, as the wind, we were saying during that at-bat was favoring toward the right side, and it started kind of from our perspective straight at the flag, and then went a little left and went back right and just kept fading right, and the left fielder couldn't track it. Center fielder thought left fielder probably had it.
It just moved like a curveball.
Yeah,
honestly.
It was just moving around and found a way to drop. So that's a great start. Pregame also coming off of a rough start of the season, but after we had a post-game interview with him, talked about his mechanics and how he had said he switched the mechanics around, fixed his swing up, got his hands around earlier. He's been on a hot streak. He's hitting, I believe, 318 right now, which was, I mean, if you were to ask me 2 weeks ago if he'd be hitting 318 right now, I would say no way. Probably hitting 150.
And he's on base more than 50% of the time.
Yep. Hit by pitches, walks, working great counts.
Yeah, 514 on base percentage, so 51.4%. The pitch on the outside there, 2-0 now, the count.
Don't want
Bailey
to get that bunt
doesn't
down.
want to allow Cam to put down the sac bunt that would allow Stewart to be moved up into a sacrifice or better situation with one out, or potentially even less. 2-0 to Cam Hegeman. And Hegeman didn't get the bat back, so I was going to say he went around, and it's 2-1 now. Good breaking ball from Bailey there to kind of bait Hegeman into trying to bunt that, and it just tapered off the plate entirely on its way home.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a challenge here.
And that is popped up and fouled. And Lofberg thought he might have had a chance at it, but by the time he realized he did, it was about 3/4 of the way to the ground. And so would have taken a superhuman effort from him, but the job is done. It's 2-2 now, so Cam Hegeman's going to have to swing away. So you eliminate the bunt play. Now you're going to try and get an unproductive out here. 2-2, here it comes. Outside, and it's 3-2.
Those pitches are nasty, but you can't keep pitching that 3 pitches in a row. Hegeman's seen that pitch outside on the 2 bunt attempts, and he almost pulled back that third time, so that's not going to pull him. You've got to run something inside on Hegeman here.
Yeah, I'm going to sit inside here if I'm Hegeman. And they challenge him back outside. A good look back to second base to get Stewart back to the bag, and then a flip back to first for the 1-3 putout. Great job by Bailey. As a lot of times, pitchers are very trigger happy and will just immediately flip it to first without any regard of checking the runner back at second base. But Bailey understanding the situation here and showing off great situational awareness for the 1-3 putout, not allowing Stewart to move up. So now Teo Thompson's going to have to get a base hit if he wants an RBI here. And Teo has been hitting very well for the Renegades. As I mentioned before, he had a grand slam at San Francisco State University over the weekend against the City College Rams. And he's batting at .389 with 14 RBI. A co-leader in home runs with Canberra. 1-0, here it comes.
Which is
outside.
Crazy to say, by the way.
Yeah.
Teo Thompson being tied for first with Canberra on home runs. But this team isn't a home run team. They're a small ball, base hit, doubles team that just knocks everybody in, walks, hit by pitches, all that. They're here to move the line and keep it going, not be a hero.
2-0. In there for a strike. Good pitch on the outer half there by Bailey. That's paint.
That is. What's interesting about watching Bailey pitch to these guys, there's nothing really been over the plate. All he's doing is just baiting the Renegades to go sweep for the ball outside, jam him on the inside part of the plate. He's just moving him around in the zone.
2-1. And this is grounded over to first base. Going to be making the play there for the 3 unassisted is Turkington on the play. Stewart does move up to third base, and oh boy, Caden Cuccia to swing the bat.
I can only imagine Caden is wanting this at-bat so bad. He is here for the first run of the game.
Whoever ends up winning this at-bat is the other team is not going to hear the end of it.
Nope.
Until the next time Caden comes up. And that pitch is on the outer half, 1-0. This is going to make one of these two dugouts come unglued in the next 30 seconds or less or more.
Yep.
1-0 coming home. Cañada up the middle. And it is going to be played at short. And a throw to first in time. And so the Renegades will strand the runner at third base, being Joaquin Stewart on a 6-3 putout. And Cañada going to be a little frustrated with himself, I imagine, but he'll have other opportunities later in this game. We'll take a quick break. With 2 team hits for both teams, no runs scored, no errors committed, but we got no score here heading into the 4th. Garcia, Daniel Savage, and Turkington to lead off to swing the bat here in the 4th inning. Garcia in particular to lead off, and he's playing in left field today. Yet to really be tested apart from one swing of the bat, and that came from Tegan Riley. And for Garcia, he grounded into a 2-3. Got caught between swinging and not swinging in his last opportunity, and Derek Bain not going to get caught napping. And he's played, Derek Bain played exceptional catcher for the Renegades.
Very. I mean, exceptional anywhere he plays. He played first base a few games. Very good hands there, strong arm. I mean, he's an amazing fielder overall, no matter where you want to put him.
0-2 off speed there, a little bit from, or really a bender. Not so much off speed when you're throwing it at 83 miles an hour, but missing the zone regardless. 1-2 coming home. That bender finds the zone. So that'll be the second strikeout of the day for Foley. And the first one looking.
That was an amazing pitch. That's
beautiful.
Almost, I mean, it might not have been purposeful from Foley to locate that first off-speed high, but that pitch sequence messed up the mental, approach of the hitter. He was thinking, well, the last off-speed was high, so it probably won't drop down for a strike, and just froze him on that next pitch.
So Foley now ahead in the count, 0-1. And this is to left field and deep. This might not stay in the park. It is gone, a home run. Daniel Savage with a solo shot to left field to break the scoring through for the for the Colts. Third homer of the season for him, his 12th RBI of the season. And the Colts find themselves ahead here against the Renegades, and they are fired up early. Good swing in the bat.
I think the Renegades, the best chance for them to keep momentum and win this game is going to be the big inning that they always end up putting up. There's going to be one inning that they're in the head of the pitcher, and everything that they're doing is going to work perfectly. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I can almost feel it. There's going to be a 4-run, 5-run inning at some point in this game that's going to sway the difference for the Renegades.
Ultimate confidence also for Cañada because they just stranded the potential inaugural run at third base for the Renegades. And so for Cañada, this is huge for them to not only strand the runner 90 feet away from scoring a half inning ago, but to jump ahead with a solo shot, something that not many teams have been able to do, which is hit home runs against the Renegades. They're the 4th best at preventing that in the state. Actually, I might even be wrong about that. Give me 1 sec, folks.
Confidence is key.
No, I was wrong, but in a better way. Second
in the state.
Wow. Swung on and missed there did Turkington, and a good response from Foley.
Here's the speedster Gladfelter. Very big base running threat. He has 10 stolen bases on the season, which is significantly more than his teammates. And the second most coming in at 5 from Daniel Savage. But anytime Justin gets on base, it's going to be you've got to watch him. You've got to keep the pickoff move going. Probably throw more fastballs than off speed, just that way you can't let him go to the bag.
Gladfelter bounces this one over to Foley. He's got to wait what felt like an hour for him for the ball to fall back into his glove, but he makes the play there for the 1-3 putout to end the inning. And so for the Colts, the inning that they wanted, they got to run across, and that was through one swing in the bat from Daniel Savage to break the 0-0 score that we had here on the Fremont campus. And so the Colts find themselves in the driver's seat now with the bottom of the 4th inning looming, and Medina, Vasquez, and Bain due up for the Renegades. 1-0. Bailey to begin his 4th inning of work, and so far he's given up 2 hits. And those 2 hits through the first time through the order, and so now making his 2nd time through the order. Already faced Kachia and got him to ground out on a 6-3. His 2nd time facing Medina, and Medina just missed a home run in his first opportunity.
I mean, so far for Bailey, almost every first pitch has been a ball. Outside, either on an off-speed or fastball, located way outside. And at this point, it's practically just a free take for the Renegades.
That was really inside. Almost caught the shin of Medina. I'm not sure if Medina's middle name is Ace, but on his Instagram, his name is Jordan Ace Medina.
That'd be a crazy cool middle name.
Yeah, I want to ask him. Eventually I will. But, I mean, if the Medinas are also listening, they can correct us on that too. So 3-0 to Medina. That's a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, that's not someone you want to walk either.
No, not at all. Center fielder for the Renegades. He runs the bags well.
Yeah, he has 6 stolen bases right now, which is second to Caden Kashia with 12.
Here now is Chewy Vasquez, and time is going to be called by the home plate umpire, and he's going to give a warning to Bailey.
Yeah, I'm telling him just make sure you make eye contact. The new pitch clock rules, you got to engage with the hitter, and that's what he was saying. Just make sure you engage.
And so 0-0 still the count, and here it comes home now from Bailey. He delivers a strike right in there to Chewy Vasquez. And that's after a 4-pitch walk, the golden rule is take the pitch. So for Bailey, who struggled to find the zone in his previous at bat, just deliver one right down the middle. Is very rarely you're going to see a guy swing. Runner goes, and he's going to be safe. Pitch was up and in, so it's going to be 1-1. Medina with the stolen base.
This is what they're going to have to do. This is, I think, Coach Kern will see after these 4 innings of play, he's going to realize we got to dig deep in our bag. We got to play like this is a championship game that we need to win. This is a win-or-go-home situation for them in a way, and they're going to play. They're going to pull out any tricks they can.
And that's going to hit Chewy Vasquez across the back, and he will take first base. So golden opportunity for the Renegades with 2 runners on and none out. Here now is Derek Main. And we're going to have a mound visit now with the pitching coach and Bailey. So we will go ahead and take a quick break while that happens. We'll be back in about 30 seconds. So Derek Bain ready to swing the bat for the Renegades with 2 runners on and none out. And he takes on the outer half there. Good breaking ball from Bailey for the strike. 68 miles an hour.
Wow, that's an off speed.
That is one heck of an off speed. Now the 1-0 getting ready to come home to Derek Bain. He's going to square up to bunt. And he pulls back on a pitch outside. It's 1-1. There's a good chance here for the Renegades to try and either get 2 runners into scoring position or, better yet, even score them.
Yep.
1-0 getting ready to come home. Both runners go, and Bain is hit.
Wow.
So 3 straight free passes load the bases for the Renegades, and don't look now, their co-leader in home runs, Julian Camera.
And, as each hitter's getting hit, the Renegades bencher's getting a little bit more alive each time, chirping a little bit, back to the pitcher, making their presence known on this field, and maybe Bailey's feeling a lot of pressure right now. This is a big at-bat. He's been missing the zone like crazy. 4-pitch walk, hit by pitch, so he's going to want to overly throw something in the middle of the zone, which Canberra can take advantage of.
Camera to left. It's going to be caught on a jumping play there by Garcia, but tagging up and scoring to tie this game is going to be Jordan Medina on the sac fly. So a good job by Canberra to get a run across. And they try to appeal at third base to see if Medina had left early, and the umpiring crew saying nope, he left on time. So this game is tied.
Why not? I don't know. I will never understand why you don't appeal every time. Because why not? Maybe
why not?
No one was seeing anything, and he did leave early, but the umpires caught it, and you get a free out.
Yeah, definitely, and you have nothing to lose just to appeal it, except for maybe a couple of seconds.
Yeah, it's not like it's a challenge where you only get, if you are wrong, you lose it. You have it the whole game.
Riley to right center field. Is anybody going to be there? There's nobody there! right center field gap. Bain on his horse, rounding third. Going to third is Riley. It's a 2 RBI triple. So Renegades put themselves ahead by 2 runs on the 2 RBI triple. Scoring is Vasquez and Bain, and all those free passes from Bailey come back to haunt him here in the 4th inning. So we got scoring now in the 4th inning.
We do. We got scoring, and we got chirping more. Kashia was running out of the dugout, walking back and forth, yelling at every individual player on that field, just chirping, staring right at the third baseman, telling him what team is here and what team belongs on this field.
Here now is Joaquin Stewart, and he's going to take up and in and duck for dear life there.
Yeah, right at the head. And I bet internally Kashia wants everyone to hit through the lineup here so he can come up and extend this inning. He wants to get up here and boss around his former team.
1-0 outside for a ball, 2-0. And for Bailey, it's you gotta try and locate here.
Yep.
I mean, it's definitely a high-pressure situation for him and probably the highest one that he's been in all season long, but you have to
100%.
execute. 2-0, here it comes. Missing the zone there, and it's 3-0. There is action in the bullpen. Just can't see who's in action at the bullpen.
We don't have those fancy-dancy bullpen cameras, so.
3-0 coming home. And that's going to be another 4-pitch walk.
I wouldn't be surprised if, maybe they'll let him go one more hitter. No, I was going to say, there's no way you're going to let him go one more hitter after walking.
Coming out is going to be Coach Luca, and that's going to end the day for Bailey.
Very strong for 3 innings. Very strong.
And the 4th inning just ran into trouble that he couldn't run his way out of.
Yep.
And so it's going to be up to the rest of the pitching staff to pick him up. He's going to leave this game with responsibility for the runners at 3rd and 1st with 1 out. He's going to give his guy a pat on the back on his way out. So for Bailey, it started off great through 3 innings and just couldn't work his way out of the 4th. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the new pitcher after this quick break. Number 23, Noah Whitaker, my goodness. Noda. Wow. That's a great way to pronounce Noah. He's got a 5.06 ERA. He's going to be the pitcher for Cañada. He's making his 8th appearance on the season. He has a save on the season, not a save opportunity for him, more of a hold opportunity. He wants to hold the Renegades right where they are. He's got 21 in the 3rd pitch, 16 hits, 18 runs, 12 of which are earned runs, 15 walks and 9 strikeouts, and he's faced 77 batters with a batting average against of .208. He'll be facing Cam Hegeman with Stewart at first, and that's a pickoff to Stewart at first base. And at second base, why do I keep saying second base when there's nobody on there? At third base is going to be Tegan Riley. My goodness. It's a line and foul to the right side. And I pray for somebody's windshield.
I know exactly. Right at the parking lot.
Now Whitaker awaiting his 0-1 home. Here it comes. Outside for a ball. 1-1.
The biggest adjustment putting in Whitaker now from Bailey is going to be the speed differential. You're going to have to get your foot down early, hands around quickly, which is something that Cam has been succeeding at recently, is just the hands quickly, hands in the right slot. So I wouldn't be surprised if, he's coming out swinging hard on this at-bat.
1-1. Inside. 2-1. And during our inning break, I am not going to signal for a break. I got a good story about the Luca family, who's the family of the head coach Tony Luca for the Colts. Got a few degrees of separation from him and his brother through my dad. And it's a great story that I definitely want to tell you guys. So that'll be happening during the inning break. 3-1, getting ready to come home. Inside, and it's ball 4. So the Renegades will have bases loaded again. This time, Teo Thompson to swing the bat.
It just seems Cañada pitchers, no one can find the zone right now. This whole inning has been free passes. It's been hit by pitches, walks, balls over the plate that are just free hits for the Renegades.
Thompson swings and misses there.
Really wanted that one.
I think he wanted a repeat of San Francisco State University.
He wants to send this one flying.
It's behind 0-1 now to Whitaker. 86 from Whitaker on the inner part of the plate. 0-1 coming home. Up and out. And so with the 1-1 getting ready to come home. Whitaker gets the sign. Here it comes. Fouled off to the left side. 1-2 the count, rather. Not 0-2.
Teo looking to take the lead in home runs on the team. Beating Canberra with now, if he hits a home run here, his 3rd home run of the season.
The 1-2 getting ready to come home. Here it comes. Fouled off to the left side.
It's a great 2-strike approach.
I want to say quickly thank you to Chris Warden and Maria Roca for handing me a protein bar. I like these things.
Yeah, I was just saying, that's a great 2-strike approach. Legs are wider. Foot down way earlier. He's poking it out, trying to get a base hit, score some runs.
1-2 coming home. Strike 3 called. Whitaker, great pitch there. Super poised, and oh boy, do we have drama.
Who else would be up right now?
Caden Kashia with 2 out and the bases loaded to swing the bat here. Oh my goodness, you thought in the last at-bat.
It was pressure. Talk about right now.
Yeah, well, drama especially.
It couldn't be bigger drama for Kashia right now.
Outside for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 getting ready to come home. Caden Kashia batting from the left side batter's box, favoring the hitter Kashia. 1-0. Way inside there.
That would have been an anticlimactic way to end his at-bat.
Yeah, definitely.
Hit by pitch.
That pitch was really, honestly, to send one message. Get off my plate from Whitaker. So 2-0 coming home now. Up the middle to short. And making the play from short to second for the 6 unassisted to end the inning is Sanchez. So that'll end the inning. And for the Renegades, they're going to score 3 of them, but strand 3 of them also. 3 team hits for them and 3 runs scored. 3 team hits for the Colts and 1 run scored. And so, folks, let's talk about now the connection between me, my family, and the Luca family. So Tony Luca is the head coach for the Colts and is the brother of my dad's high school teammate, Louis Luca. And Louis Luca, my dad, Huascar Galan, or West Galan, as people will know him better as, and my dad's best friend, Dante Billups, are all three incredible friends, lifelong friends that played together in high school. And so over at South City High School, in the 87 and 88 season, they've all played together. And in those seasons, they really together enslaved not only the entire Bay Area, not only the PBL, but really most of the state of California. They were one of the best teams. At one point, my dad said that they were ranked number 1 in the state at 12-0 during the 89 season. Unfortunately for them, they would never be able to win a state championship together, losing in the state championship 2-1. My dad tells that story a lot, where he was popped up. My dad was a great power hitter in his time in high school, one of the best power hitters the state of California had ever seen, and he got popped up, I believe, on a breaking ball, and this is all off of muscle memory, on a breaking ball that everybody in the stadium thought that he had hit out because he hit it all the way to the warning track. My dad said, I was the only one in the stadium who knew I didn't. I slammed the bat down on the ground, and I knew we had just lost the state championship. And I believe that was with multiple runners on, if not bases loaded. Again, off of muscle memory, I'm going off of this memory. But yeah, that's the link between Tony Luca, the head coach of the Colts, and the Luca family and my family. Lifelong baseball connections, honestly. And it was a cool moment to finally meet Tony Luca, as my dad had been talking about him for years, about being the coach for Cañada. And I do apologize, as Lopberg has just struck out on 3 pitches, and I talked through his entire at-bat. So he's down on strikes, and Alvaro is going to follow him up, and then after that, Sanchez.
Very, very dominating pitching at-bat. That was just honestly pure dominance. Wasn't a single.
Alvaro behind an account 0-1. He's 0 for 1 today with a flyout. He's behind 0-2 now. Oh, 2 delivery, getting ready to come home. Outer half, and he takes.
That one was close. I was going to say, if that was strike 3, don't look now, but we almost had an immaculate inning on our hands.
Well, he got 5/9 of the way there.
He did.
Two and two, getting ready to come home. Inside, and he checks swung and fouled it off. We got a car alarm going off in front of the police station on campus. I guess that's the best place to have your car alarm go off.
Yeah.
If you want. If you ever want that at all on this campus. 2-0 coming home. Or 2-2 coming home, rather. And it kicks away from Derek Bain, who makes a sliding stop over to recover the ball and throw it back to first in time for the out. So that'll be a second strikeout in a row. And the fourth of the game. No, correction, the fifth of the game for Foley. And here now is Sanchez. He got aboard via a hit by pitch in his last opportunity, and his opportunity before that, a 1-3 putout. The 1-0 in there for a strike. 1-1 the count now.
Very good breaking ball. Very, very, very good breaking ball. I love Foley's pitch attack on these last 2 at-bats. It's been mixing up his pitches a lot more. Way harder to read him on what he's doing.
So the 1-2 delivery getting ready to come home from Foley. He kicks and he deals. And it's grounded back over to him. It's going to be another 1-3 putout to end the inning. And so when we come back, it's going to be Medina, Vasquez, and Bain due up, and the Renegades find themselves ahead by 2 runs. 3 team hits for them and 3 runs scored. 3 team hits for the Colts and 1 run scored. No errors for either team to report. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Medina to swing the bat now. So far today, he's 0 for 1 with the walk. Oh, delivery on the outside from Whitaker for a strike.
Medina looking to do the same thing he did last at bat. Work a walk. Be patient up there. As long as he can get on base, there's going to be another rally inning for them.
Medina fouls off his 0-1 delivery back to the screen, and it's 0-2. The 0-2 delivery getting ready to come home to Medina. Whitaker misses with his 0-2 delivery on the outer half.
You know, I'm just realizing they're like practice warm-up jerseys. Or those white with the green and the gold. I forgot that they took them off and they changed. Huh.
Yep.
They're in grays now. I was wondering why they were in gray pants when their jersey was white, but there's the answer. It wasn't their jersey.
Two is fouled off to the left side and into the trees. Good thing it's not really yet the season for bumblebees.
Breaking nests down there.
There was a time, actually, funny enough, during the postseason a few years back that happened.
Huh.
There was a huge swarm of bees that hit the field.
Wow.
Kind of created a bit of a pause in the game until the commotion was settled. And so that 2-2 is on the outer half, and it's 3-2 now. 3-2 coming home. Popped up. Into left center field. And it was trouble indeed, but making the play in center field is Daniel Savage for the first out. It's not easy at all.
Very difficult. Well, something I'm wondering actually right now to myself is, what are the Renegades seeing or doing that is resulting in so many pop-outs? I haven't seen as many pop-outs with weak contact.
Hey, now protect your noggin, Chewy Vasquez.
Yeah. Compared to their usual very hard line drive contact, there's been a lot more pop-outs. Not many ground-outs either, just very high pop-outs. Hands are under the ball. Maybe there's something in the spin rate with these pitchers that are just deceiving them.
Popped up. Could be trouble again in center field. And making the play, having to jump to make the play there, was Gladfelter for the second out of the inning. Man, these fly balls are not easy to judge for Cañada.
Not at all.
Honestly, I mean, we say it all the time, folks. Our Ohlone fans are definitely sick of it now. But any fly ball in the air here on the Fremont campus is not a sure out.
Not at all.
It's tough. It's a tough play to make every single time you make it.
Yep. Yeah, and the center fielder broke back a few steps on that ball.
Derek Bain hits it where nobody's at in left field, and he's going to round first and head to second, and having trouble with it in left field, but making a strong throw to deliver it back into the infield there is going to be Garcia. And so Bain finds a good opposite field approach to poke that line drive into left field with for a double. And here now is Julian Cambra.
Yeah, great job on that swing. Just worked the ball in deep into the strike zone, poked it down the line where no one's at, and he's running for days. He's a underground speedy threat. A lot of people don't realize he actually has a lot of speed behind him. Little man can run. He has a good amount of stolen bases, especially as a catcher. It's very impressive.
I've spotted a Julie Marshall and Ermi to my right. And then also, on top of that, I get to mention it now, Cameron Gilbert and Viviana Lozano over there at the visitor side stands watching the game. Our Ohlone College softball Renegades. They had a great day. And that's going to be a pass ball there by Lockberg to allow Bain to move up to third. So he was already in scoring position, but now 90 feet away from scoring. And we got a interesting talking point about the softball team coming up in about an inning or two that we're going to be updating the fans on. We had an incredible day on Saturday at the softball field, if you haven't heard already. 2-0 coming home. Check swing by Canberra, but he went around, so it's going to be a 2-1 count now.
Canberra 100% wants that one back. That's a pitch he likes in that high part of the plate, but just couldn't commit to it early enough. Canberra calls for timeout, taking a deep breath.
He wants an RBI in this situation. He wants 2 RBI to his name in this game. He had a sacrifice fly in his last opportunity, grounded to a 6-3 in the second inning before that. Now with a chance to try and get a base hit to score a run. Takes inside, and it's 3-1. Riley is up next if he would have an opportunity to swing the bat. Canberra going to need to find a way aboard. Doing a job so far, and it's 3-1. Here it comes from Whitaker. Whitaker delivers a good fastball in there for a strike on the outer half, and it's 3-2.
It's been a lot of pump with fastballs for strikes. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes off-speed, kind of over the heart of the plate, too.
And it's going to be a pitch clock violation against Whitaker that's going to allow Canberra to get aboard.
Wow. That's a big pitch clock violation. That went from a possible great executed pitch to be the end of the inning, but now, I mean, if Teagan gets a hold of one, he can make this 3 runs in this inning, as he already got a hold of one to clear the bases in his last at-bat.
And that was an opposite field approach from him that cleared the bases with a triple. And that happened just an inning ago.
And his previous at-bat before that was a fly out to deep left field as well.
Yep.
So he's on the ball right now. He has this ball written all over it, his name written all over it.
1-0 coming home. Line and foul to the right side, but in a hurry. The 1-0 getting ready to come home. Line over to short and flip it to second for the put out, and that'll end the inning. So Riley down on the fielder's choice. You're going to mark that a 6-4 put out to end the inning. Renegades strand 2 runners and will head into the top end of the 6th, ahead 3-1. We got a good one brewing here on the Fremont campus. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Milan, Leschek, and Garcia all due up here in the top end of the 6th inning. This game has gone in a hurry. We're pretty much through the middle innings and 1 inning away from the late innings. And it is 3-1 here on the Fremont campus in favor of your Ohlone College Renegades. And Derek Bain having a bit of an equipment malfunction that's going to delay the beginning of the 6th inning. We have been treated to a very great game. A total of 5 innings played in an hour and 15 minutes. And that's probably the fastest we've seen the first 5 innings of a game move by.
100%.
Besides maybe watching a softball game.
Yeah, I mean, the baseball games so far here at home have been blowouts almost every single time. So it's a long, grueling amount of innings that they play. But this game has been competitive. It's been going by really quickly, really enjoying it. It's been an hour in, and we're already through to the top of the 6th.
So Milan behind in the count now, 0-2 as he swung and missed at his first 2 pitches of the at-bat. And that bounces to the plate, and it's 1-2. So the 1-2 coming home, bounces again to the plate, and it's 2-2. And shout out my Rockport shoes who always come undone for me. 1-2, or 2-2 rather. Swung on and missed. Milan wanted to run that one out, thinking it might have been a drop third strike, but the home plate umpire saying nope.
Well, actually, Bain tagged him.
Oh, Bain tagged him.
Was drop third. Bain tagged him. Got him before he could really get started.
Bain is so quick with his mechanics and everything.
He's very, very quick.
Quick thrower, quick tagger, quick everything. And so now the equipment malfunction going over to Foley on the mound, who has to retie his shoe. And funny enough, it's his right shoe. I was about to say it's his left shoe, just like my left boot, but never mind.
Never mind.
My left boot is weak. His right shoe is, stronger than mine. But
yeah, exactly. Also, little information I just got while looking at a post from MLB. Jurickson Profar, if anyone's Braves fans or likes Jurickson Profar, will receive a 162-game suspension for using PEDs yet again.
Again?
Once was so nice I had to do it twice, is what he said.
And so that's line over to Kashia, who makes the play on a line drive, diving away from him.
Great athleticism over there. That was just a little miss on the left side. And, so far, has Cole gotten a hit?
No.
Wow. That was one of the biggest factors for this game for the Renegades. If they can knock out Leshak, their best hitter on the team, and that's what they're doing.
I'm wondering how this happened, partner. Somehow we've gotten bird dung on the lineup card.
Was that there before?
No, it was not.
We didn't see? How is that possible?
And so there's bird dung on our Colts lineup, which is very interesting. I was going to keep it because it's a cool looking lineup card, but never mind.
And that's right next to your headphones and everything. When did that happen?
I have no idea. It's on the table, too.
Huh.
So, a bird had pinpoint accuracy.
I don't even know what.
2-2, and it's fouled off to the right side. And so Garcia, who is 0 for 2 on the day now, even in the count 2-2, and trying to find a way to extend this top end of the 6th for the Colts. Here it comes. And it bounces, and it's 3-2. Well, that gives a whole new meaning to the word, or to the saying, oh, if you know what I mean. 3-2. That's going to be ball 4. And how about that? That's the first walk that Matthew Foley has surrendered.
It's been straight dominance from him, pounding the zone, knowing where it is. If they're getting on board, it's from a hit.
in there for a strike to Daniel Savage. And Daniel Savage, yet to be retired.
Wow.
A solo homer and a single.
And good plays in the outfield, too.
Yep.
Long
pickoff.
stare down.
Yeah.
I was wondering who was going to call time first or who was going to step off first.
And it was just a pickoff move. Garcia awake and alive over there at first base. 2 out. I wonder if maybe there might be motion. And another pickoff. And so with the 0-1 getting ready to come home, Daniel Savage awaits, and it bounces over to Caden Kachia, who is going to strongly throw to first in time for the out. When we come back, Stewart, Hegeman, and Thompson due up. Joaquin Stewart to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning, where the Renegades find themselves ahead by 2 runs, 3-1 the score. This has been a good game. It started off chippy and chirpy, but a bit quiet here through the middle innings.
Very, yeah. I mean, if you just joined us, you'd be like, oh, this is just a 3-1 game. Nothing super interesting, nothing crazy about this. But beginning of the game, it was a chirp fest. They were just jawing back and forth. I mean, even when the Renegades scored the 3 runs, Caden Kashia was running up the dugout, yelling at all of them.
And hey, now that caught a piece of the home plate umpire. I think it caught him maybe around the neck area. And he's being held up there by Lofberg, the catcher. And now Chelsea and Coach Curran giving him some attention, making sure he's all right. And it looks like he's just going to take a quick breather. And they're going to give the home plate umpire some water. So we had a situation develop a couple of years back during the playoffs when we had a home plate umpire who was hit on a swing back by a batter in the back of the head with a bat.
Oof.
And that knocked him out of the game a couple of years back. That was during the Feather River series, and game 1 of that Feather River College and Ohlone College game ended 17-13.
Wow, I remember that.
And that was it all happened during the first inning. And that first inning lasted an hour and 30 minutes. Where there were 15 runs scored, 2 home plate umpires, a snake.
Oh, my goodness.
And a partridge on a pear tree, I guess. I don't know.
Something like that.
And so we are going to just take a moment now as the home plate umpire got a nice ovation from the crowd, and he's ready to go. So we come back with the situation 2-0 the count to Joaquin Stewart. Takes inside there, and it's 3-0.
Same exact spot umpire just got hit, too. Threw it the exact same spot.
And it's oh my goodness, that was hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, folks. That took me off my game for a second. It's a pitch clock violation against Whitaker for the second time, and the dugout. I want to say that was Caden Kachia who was yelling that because it sounded like him saying, "Hey, he's already got a warning," and the home plate umpire's like, "Hey, let me call the game. All right?
I got it.
I got it."
Oh my goodness gracious.
And so Whitaker pitches way inside to Cam Hageman, and Whitaker has yet to find the strike zone through 4 pitches.
Not even close, and every time up at their head, each pitch. I mean, obviously it's not intentional because why would it be?
Obviously, nobody wants to intentionally throw at somebody's head.
Yeah, it's just
But
I just wonder from an umpire point of view, when do you start to issue a warning? Is it just your judgment of if it's intentional or not?
It's your judgment. It's your call whether or not it's intentional, and it's clear it's not in this situation. So, and the home plate umpire is going to talk with Cam Hageman. And let's see if Whitaker, after that mound visit with the pitching coach, is going to get a little bit more settled in now. He's in a situation where it's one out, or none out, rather, in a 1-0 count. And it's a 2-run game. You can't really allow a big inning here.
Not at all.
The only scoring to happen so far has been in the 4th inning for both teams, as Hageman was way out in front there on that 1-0 delivery. And, I mean, that thing was blasted so far, you couldn't even see where it landed.
I had no idea where it went.
I mean, that was beyond the trees.
Yeah, if that was just fair.
Who knows? 1-1. Here it comes. Blast it to left field and deep. Way back there. Bye, baby. A 2-run homer for Cam Hageman. That'll be his first on the season, his 10th and 11th RBI on the season. Renegades find themselves a grand slam ahead. It's 5-1.
Right when we just said it, if it goes fair, what a swing. I mean, this is exactly what he's been talking about previously in our last postgame interview, that same thing with he just getting his hands around earlier. He's getting his hips fired earlier. He was in a little fundamental slump for a while. And we can see it right there, especially with his average been rising ever since he said that. He hits a big fly, and that was a long, high home run. That was no doubt going out.
And so out comes Tony Luca to take out Whitaker. And in 30 seconds, I'll have the new pitcher for you after this quick break. 5-1 Renegades after the 2-run homer from Cam Hageman. Gabriel Levine is going to be the new pitcher with a 9.90 ERA, making now his 6th appearance on the season. He's got 10 innings pitched with 10 hits and 11 runs. All 11 are earned runs, 9 walks to 11 strikeouts. Batting average against of 270. He's faced 37 batters. Now to face his 38th, being Teo Thompson, here in a 5-1 game where the Renegades find themselves leading. And right now, head coach Tony Luca, I imagine, is preaching, just get us out of the 6th. Do not allow any more damage.
Yeah, you 100% cannot allow any more damage. I mean, especially with players like Cam coming back from being a very heavy slump in the beginning of the season, turning it around, putting his presence here right now. The rest of this team is just going to ride off of that height of emotion of having someone like Cam come out and hit a 2-run bomb that just extends their lead. Everyone's going to be pumped up, ready to take every at-bat seriously, and if this pitcher doesn't locate exactly how he needs to, the Renegades are going to keep piling on every single inning.
And for the Colts, I mean, 9 outs remaining in this game, only a 4-run deficit. It's still a manageable deficit. You're still a bloop and a blast away from getting mentally back into this game, and then another bloop and a blast from realistically actually getting back in this game. This is up the middle, and a diving play at short that kicks away from the shortstop Sanchez. And a good job there in center field by Daniel Savage to quickly get on his horse and back that up to not allow Teo Thompson, who blazes with speed, to move up to second or even think about doing so. So it's a base hit up the middle for Thompson. Here now is Caden Kachia.
And I mean, here's Caden. Here's been the story of all day has been Caden and how this is going to work with his former team. Then, I mean, with Cañada and Ohlone already being rivals from last year, chirp heavy, very mean to each other, and Caden was a part of that towards Ohlone. Now he's on the Ohlone staff, and so far has been getting silence. He hasn't been doing what he's been wanting to do. He's had 4 in total, 4 runners in scoring position with him up to bat, and both being a ground out of the middle. So he's looking for a different result here. He wants to pump up, hype up his team, and kind of prove why he's happy where he is and why he's, in his mind, probably better than Cañada is what he wants to prove.
He's behind 0-2 now to Levine. And Gabriel Levine with his 0-2 delivery home. Way outside, 1-2. And so far in this game, I mean, pitching has really just been the difference. You have an incredible effort by Matthew Foley.
Yep.
Swung on and missed there by Kashia. Here now is Jordan Medina. But for the Colts, I mean, just the free passes coming back to haunt them. You know, every run that the Renegades have scored, besides the 1 run that Cam scored himself on the 2-run homer, has been off of free passes and hit by pitches.
Exactly.
So it's all self-inflicted for the Colts. If they keep that damage off the base paths, it's a 1-1 game right now.
Yeah, it's a much different game. Those 4 runs are all just from them shooting themselves in the foot. And this is probably, I would imagine, a theme of what their season's been like, 7-9. I wouldn't be surprised if they hit by pitchers in the walks.
Runner goes, and it was a bit of a weird
Foley delayed steal.
Yeah.
Caught him sleeping.
Yeah, a little bit of hesitation on both sides there, but Teo Thompson getting the better of the hesitation and getting the stolen bag.
I mean, I really like that. Through this inning, Cañada's been very slow, very sleepy, and Thompson picked it up immediately and decided to wait till the catcher stands up, kind of looks down, a throw back to the pitcher, and he takes off.
I couldn't see there if the second baseman, Milan, just went and shook Teo's hand after stealing that bag or handed him something that he might have dropped, but good sportsmanship by Milan there regardless. Whichever of the two just happened. You got to highlight that. Here comes the 2-1. Up the middle. And made at short. Snare by Sanchez to 6-3 they go for the putout. Here now is Chewy Vasquez.
Shortstop for Cañada has been very active. Plays at the middle almost every single at-bat practically is what it feels
Sanchez
like.
hasn't gotten a routine play all day long, and he hasn't made a mistake yet.
He's been perfect over there.
I apologize in advance if I knock him with the announcer's jinx. Chuy Vasquez takes on the outer half for a strike.
And surprisingly, Cañada and the Renegade bench have been much more quiet throughout this game than what we figured. I mean, first inning was livid. They were lighting it up.
And now they're picking up the energy a little bit on their
slowly
side.
Coming up. But, I mean, maybe it was from just umpires, keeping the game strict and coming out there and saying, we're issuing warnings. You guys are not going to be chirping each other. Maybe that limited the loudness, but I'm surprised no one's even cheering really much.
Yeah, I mean, the celebrations for both home runs hit by both the teams today, I mean, relatively tame. I was expecting a lot more boasting.
Me too.
1-2 coming home. This is up to right field. Playable territory to the warning track and over the head. Vasquez with a RBI double that scores Thompson from second. And now the Renegades find themselves 5 runs ahead. It's 6-1. And Gladfelter had to make that play over his shoulder. And, I mean, again, it was just one that off bat you thought, okay, routine. And then it just kept curving and curving and curving.
Well, and I think luckily enough for Chuy, the wind was blowing out to the right side as he was taking that at bat. And, yeah, again, like you were saying, off the bat, it looked routine, but he kept running, kind of ran out of room, and it hit just before the wall.
And that throws behind Bain, and Vasquez moves up to third on the wild pitch.
And Bain looked at him, too. He said he shrugged his shoulders, opened his palms up. What are you doing? Throwing behind me. Talked to him a little bit, but he came running to the plate. Bain just stood there.
And Bain didn't like that.
No, definitely not. As he was hit in his last at-bat as well, I believe, or previous one, two at-bats ago.
2 at-bats ago. He had a double in his last opportunity, then was hit by a pitch in the 4th. He's 1 for 2 today. He is 0-4, was a fly out to center field. That happened in the 2nd inning. 1-1, getting ready to come home. This is over to short, and that's going to be the first routine play made by Sanchez, and he makes the throw from 6-3 to record the final put out of the inning. 6-1 the score. The Renegades match the run total from the 4th inning with 3 runs scored. And that'll end the inning. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this break. And folks, we're back here on the Ohlone College Athletics YouTube channel. I mentioned I got some really cool information about softball, so let's talk about them. They had a doubleheader against Porterville, and for those of you that don't know, the softball season thus far has been one that has been full of trials and tribulation, but not this past Saturday. where the Renegades would find themselves trailing 5-1 heading into the 7th and final inning of Game 1. The Renegades would tell an incredible comeback story, starting first with a single to right field by Caden Davis. She was followed up by a double that was hit by Sienna Vigil. Then Jayana Diaz got on via an E6. Lily Roman beat out an infield single, scoring a run. Amanda Dilsaver a single through the 5-6 gap for an RBI. And then Cameron, a single for her for an RBI. Then Sydney Henry wrote game over with a single that walked it off in the bottom of the 7th. The Renegades would score 5 straight unanswered. Then in Game 2, they would get a base hit with 2 runners on by Jayana Diaz in the bottom of the 7th inning in a tie game, but with an incredible play at the plate that saw Glow Townsend trying to score from second to home. Bang, bang play, out. Very next inning, the ghost runner would come around to score, but the Renegades would strand the bases loaded against Porterville, only surrendering a run heading into the bottom of the 8th inning, and then Amanda Dilsaver said game over on the first pitch and launched a homer deep to left field. And I apologize for talking over Turkington's at bat. He strikes out for the 3rd time today. And so that was the update from the Ohlone College softball Renegades. It was an incredible day for them. Perfect even, you might say.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that's going to be probably their highlight of the season, unless they can back-to-back walk off another team again, but it's probably going to be the best moment for them, and hopefully a turning page for them for the rest of the season.
And the home plate umpire calling for Tony, which would only mean to me maybe there was a defensive change for the Renegades. I'm going to take a look.
I think it was just about lineup with the hitting, because they I believe I have a new hitter in. Jaden Salgado, number 9, is now up to bat.
Yeah. No defensive changes. It's coming to that point, though, that the Renegades make defensive changes, so I'm trying to make sure that I'm quicker about my delivery with that. But you are correct, partner. We got a new batter. Salgado, Jaden Salgado, batting at 286. He's in a Gladfelter spot.
I also don't know if Coach Kern will end up changing much, just because it's a close game. Every game that we've seen so far with defensive changes is because it's, at this point, 15-2 in the 6th inning most games. But
yeah, this is one of the closer games we've had. And Salgado checks swings and goes around on his 1-1 delivery. Here comes the 1-2 home. Swung on and missed. And Foley, an incredible effort on the mound today.
He's pumping it.
He's got a total of 8 strikeouts in this game. And only 1 free pass. He's given up a total of 3 hits, 1 earned run being off the solo homer. He's just been unstoppable today on the mound. Oh, 1 coming home. In there for a strike, and it's 0-2. That 0-2 squirted back to the screen. So we'll reset, and it's 0-2 again. Lofberg, the hitter.
This could be another dominating inning, one of many for Foley.
Chance to strike out the side. And this would be the 2nd time that he's stricken out the first 2 batters he's seen. here in the late innings. He did it in the 5th inning. Even in the count now, 2-2. Here it comes home. Grounded over to Canberra, who's going to make the play himself for the 3 unassisted. 8 strikeouts for Foley through 7 innings and only 3 hits given up, with a run given up being the earned run off of a home run by Daniel of work. He's going to be incredibly proud with himself in this performance against a tough lineup in the Colts. So we will see if he will get an 8th inning of work. And in 30 seconds, we'll have the home half of the 7th inning with Canberra, Riley, and Stewart all due up. Gabriel Levine is going to continue pitching here in the 7th inning for the Colts, where they find themselves trailing by 5 runs. And it's just been a story of shooting themselves in the foot, really.
Yeah.
Of the 6 runs the Renegades have scored, 4 of them have come off of free passes, either by walks or hit by pitches by Colts pitchers. The Renegades really only hitting across 2 runs legitimately, being one off a 2-run homer from Cam Hegeman, and then it was an RBI double from Vasquez. If you erase the free passes, it's a 2-1 game right now.
Yep.
And it feels much closer. The Colts still with 6 outs to try and tell a great story about this game. They're going to have to work to earn it, though. And for the Renegades, just keep the form that they've had. That's Canberra with a base hit to lead off the 7th. After Saturday, I'm willing to believe anything is possible.
Yeah, I agree. 5 runs in the bottom 7 was a miracle, really.
I'll even say this much. When I said, it all started when Caden Davis led it off in the 1st inning, or in the 7th inning with the single. I was like thinking to myself, well, I'm going to come back to this later today and think to myself, yeah, fat chance, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it actually happened. And I was like, wow, I'm glad I believed in them.
Yeah, I know. That slight little belief worked very well.
Well, I mean, you're always a hopeful, optimistic when you're watching your team or your school play.
Yep.
And as far as me being a broadcast announcer, even if there's 1 out remaining in a game where you're down by multiple scores, I'm going to hold on to hope.
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
And so it's 2-0 to Tegan Riley, who's had a great day. A triple that scored 2 runs. So that is swung on and missed on the outer half by him, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, Tegan's been putting up good contact all day, really. It's been aggressive swinging. Hands are in the zone early, seeing the ball very, very well. Has a favorable at-bat here.
Popped up and fouled to the right side. And so Levine looking for a put-away pitch here. 2-2. Outside for a ball, and it's 3-2.
It's a great take. Big, I mean, pretty much a 12-6 curve coming down from the slot on the left side. It's a great take. Starts kind of over the plate, drops down very low and practically in the dirt. Spit on it, really.
So 3-2 the count now. Levine kicks and deals. Runner goes, and it's going to be ball 4. I want to count them real quick. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 total base runners via walk or hit by pitch today for the Renegades. Here now is Joaquin Stewart. He walked twice and had a double. He's going to square up to bunt and takes it on the outer half, and a snapback throw to second base there by the catcher Lofberg to try and get Canberra, who was a bit off the bag. And Canberra dives back in safely just ahead of the throw.
And going back to the 8 free passes, you can't give up 8 free passes to a team like the Renegades. They're already putting up 8 hits.
That's bunted down the third base line. Stewart is going to get thrown out, but gets the job done and puts both the runners in scoring position with the hot bat swinging Cam Hegeman, who is 1 for 3 today, but that one, the biggest one, as far as a bat swinging from either team, a 2-run homer.
Yeah, with runners second and third and one out, Campbell can just put a ball in play, extend this lead to 7 or 8-1, but he wouldn't complain about another big fly.
And that's going to be kicked off the shortstop's foot. And so, man, Sanchez, who's had a great day all day long, and we hemmed him with the announcer's jinx. It just took an inning to happen. Man.
Almost so much bad happened there for the Renegades as well. Runner at second broke practically all the way to third, but luckily that ball was kicked off because he would have had nowhere to go. It would have been taken out right there. But
yeah, and luckily for Sanchez, even though he had to wear it off his foot, it's not going to go as an error for him. It's going to be scored as a base hit, and so at least statistically speaking, he keeps a good day going for him and doesn't accumulate an error, and that was just roped by Cam Hegeman. It's really, really hard. And so Brady Hernandez is going to get an opportunity to swing the bat now for the Renegades. Brady Hernandez batting at .278 to begin play today. He's had 10 hits, and with those 10 hits, 3 doubles, an RBI, 8 RBI and a homer. He's got the bases loaded and takes a breaking ball.
That was a great pitch.
Yeah, good pitch from Levine, who needs to execute here with the bases loaded. Colts can't really afford any more damage to be put up on the board. That 0-1 delivery is missed, and it's 1-1. One and one. Grounded over to short, and that's going to be an error. Wow.
Right as we were, as you were saying, right as we were talking about, really good defense from the shortstop. I mean, he makes really 2 errors, honestly. 1 error on the score sheet on that, but a missed play on that first one that's just going to result in more runs and free passes for the Renegades that they don't need. If you're Cañada, you need to limit this damage by a lot, but now you have Kashia, who's been needing that hit, that big hit with runners in scoring position so bad.
And I'll say for Cañada, it's a day that he's going to be frustrated with. He was caught stealing in the first inning when he got his first base hit, and since then, a 6-3, a fielder's choice, and a strikeout. All of those coming with the bases loaded. This is his third opportunity now. Well, the K actually not having with the bases loaded. His is third opportunity with the bases loaded to swing the bat. And he can erase the frustrating day for him, but his old team going to have bragging rights over him at least, even with the score looking the way it is.
Yeah. If he can get a big hit here, clear the bases, it erases all of it.
The 0-2 is bounced to the plate, and it's 1-2 now.
And right now, the outfield's holding a gap everywhere for him. The left fielder is almost on the line. You have a big gap over a 347 wall, and then if you look to the right side, since the left fielder is playing left center, you have a big gap over into the Ohlone baseball sign in right center too. So Cañada has a lot of room to play out there.
He checks his swing there, and it's 2-2 on a pitch that bounced to the plate. They're trying to get him to bite on that bender, and that thing bends. It's probably, I would say, a 12-6 curveball coming from Levine. You don't see many 12-6 curveballs in this day and age. Of course, Clayton Kershaw had a beautiful one in his prime, and that's really what made the 12-6 such a revered pitch. There are plenty of other batters pitchers who have pitched that curveball type to great success. That's line to Levine, and as he's falling down away from the ball, he caught it.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. And if you ask him, how in the world did he make that play, he's going to tell you, I have no idea. He was just diving away for dear life as that ball was about ready to take his head off, and instead of taking his head off, his glove replacing where his head was to make the play. Wow.
That is insane. That ball was roped up the middle, which Cañada's been doing all day. He's been hitting right out the middle, right back at him. But this time, line drive straight at his head. That was insane that he got out of the way and came down with the ball.
So now 2 out. Here's Medina, who swings and misses there at his 0-1 delivery. And, for Levine, who has had trouble coming out of the pen here in his second inning of work, that has to be an ultimate confidence boost here for him to say, hey, let's get this put out and keep the deficit right where it is. And that bounces to the plate, and a good job to keep it in front of him did Lofberg. Wow, I think that was probably the best play I've ever seen a pitcher make with my own bare eyes. At any level of baseball. 1-1, popped up into left field. Pretty medium distance out there, and making the play is Garcia for the final out of the inning. Levine, with an incredible play for the second out of the inning, works his way out of the bases loaded jam, only allowing a run to score, and that right there is honestly a miracle for the Colts because they had the bases loaded for the better part of that entire inning. They had the bases loaded with 1 out in that situation and found a way out of it, only giving up the run. So they will be trailing by 6 with 6 outs remaining in this game. For them, 7-1 the score. And we got Foldy going out for his 8th inning of work, so that answers the question of whether or not he was going to get an 8th inning of work, and we're excited to see what he has in store for us in the 8th. We'll be back in 30 seconds. So, due up was Alvaro, Spot, Sanchez, and Milan. I say Alvaro Spot because instead of Alvaro, it's Tim Selway, wearing the number 19, who's going to get an opportunity to swing the bat here. And so Alvaro is going to finish his day 0 for 2 with a fly out to second base and a strikeout. This is popped up to right field and making the play out and right for the first out of the inning is Emmett Johnson. And so we do have some defensive changes. I'm going to take a look with the Beanox to see what other changes are made out there.
Ball in the dirt, want to know. I was just thinking, too, with Foley having the chance to go complete game, at bats like that is what you want to see. First pitch, second pitch outs.
Center field and a base hit. Good piece of hitting from Sanchez. Breaks up his 0-4 day. That's the second time he will get a board, and it is with a line drive single up the middle. So we got LT Lindsay in center field now for the Renegades. Now, I can't tell because who I think is Medina out in left field now is covering up his number with his right arm, but I believe that's Medina, as that is going to be fouled to the right side by Milan on the bunt attempt. Little surprise bunt.
Yeah. Cañada looking for any way to get on base anyway, because Foley's not giving him the free passes. Foley's keeping him with one walk, no hit by pitches.
And that is Medina out in left field. So your new outfield, Medina in left, in center field, Lindsay, in right field, Johnson. And now for the infield, which is also going to be a movie in and out of itself. Swung on and missed there by Milan.
Big swing and a miss.
And no defensive changes in the infield, so just the outfield. So Milan, 0 for 3 today with a 6-3, a flyout, and a strikeout. Behind 1 and 2. He takes on the outer half. And that single by Sanchez, just the 4th hit given up by Foley.
In the first hit in a few innings, too.
That would be the first base hit, wow, since the home run given up.
Yeah, in the 4th. That's what I was thinking. I was looking at the scoreboard, and I was like, I think he's gone 3 up, 3 down for 3 innings in a row, pretty much.
Had the walk in between that, and that was the only base runner. That was in the 6th inning, walk of Garcia. 3-2 the count now. Milan did a good job here finding a way to go from 1-2 to a full count. And that 3-2 is inside for ball 4.
Now, I mean, here comes Coach Sanzira to kind of calm Foley down, but I have a feeling if Foley gives up 1 or 2 more runners on base, this might be the end of the day for him here on the mound.
And he's through 7 1/3 right now, with only 4 hits given up and a run. But in this situation, I wonder, it's just if Coach Curran is wondering, all right, how long can Foley go before he starts getting himself into trouble?
Yep.
I think at the first sight of trouble, they are likely to pull him. I know the bullpen is active right now. I can hear it off my left ear. And so is the Colts bullpen active. So Leszczuk to swing the bat now with 2 runners on. This is the best opportunity for any Colts hitter in a while, and this is out to center field. All the way back is Lindsey, and he makes the play. Tagging from second and moving up to third is Sanchez, but there are now 2 out in the inning.
And again, keeping Cole Leschuk hitless. That's exactly what they've been needing to do. He is the bat of their team. 400 hitter with around 75 at-bats.
Yeah, he had a 1-3 today. He got grounded into a fielder's choice, flew out to third base, and then now just flew out to center field.
Yep.
And so we got a new batter in place for Garcia. It's going to be number 15. And I'm having there he is. Ryan DiMartino. I was having a hard time finding him on the stat sheet there for a minute.
Yeah.
DiMartino swings and misses. It'll be his 15th at-bat of the season. He's got 216 beginning play today.
And wearing number 15. 15 at-bat. Number
0-1.
15.
Grounded to third base, and Kashia going to let that go foul. So Foley a pitch away here from retiring his 8th inning of work.
Which, if I were to guess, I would assume he will not be coming out in the 9th with the bullpen active.
We'll see. It's been a superhuman effort thus far for him. 0-2 outside. Picking up 23 putouts so far out of 27 in this game. Looking for his 24th putout of the game. He's going to take his time. Here comes the 1-2. Outside for the strike, and that's strike 3 called. And I apologize there, as I'll do it one more time. Strike 3 called. I didn't get the wind-up from the home plate umpire, so.
I think he forgot what the count was. He just kind of motioned strike.
And that's going to end the 8th inning of work for Foley. His 9th strikeout of the day. Incredible for him. So if that's the last that we see of Foley, 4 hits given up and only 1 run, no errors made by his defense behind him, he's going to be player of the game for us. Incredible. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this quick break. Chuy Vasquez to begin the bottom of the 8th inning. He's going to be followed up by Derek Bain and then Julian Cambra's spot. Renegades lead by 6 runs as we head into the bottom of the 8th. And it's just been an incredible day for them. We were talking about how this game really, honestly, pregame, I'm not sure if we mentioned during the broadcast that this game in particular was really going to be a test to see where the Renegades stand as far as the Bay Area is concerned between the North and the South divisions here. And this game really surfacing as showing that the Renegades are going to be a force to be reckoned with all season long.
100%.
I mean, the only time they were falling behind in this game was when Daniel Savage took it deep in the 4th inning, and they only trailed for a couple of outs in this game. As later on in the 4th inning, the Renegades would rattle off 3 themselves and have yet to surrender the lead since.
He has yet to surrender a run since.
Good ad in there, partner. Dynamite drop in there, huh? As Harry Doyle would say from Major League. Two and two the count. Vasquez grounds it over to Sanchez, who makes the play there. First out of the inning here now is Bain. And so Derek Bain, today he's 1 for 3. He also got aboard via hit by pitch. He came around to score during that trip to the base paths, and then he doubled in the 5th inning, got stranded at third base. Swung on and missed. 1-1. And Levine, since making that play on that
has been
comebacker,
lights out.
has really, he's really been in a groove.
Yeah.
And that's going to hit Bain on the right arm. And so Bain really feeling it and not happy. And he's getting...
They didn't... Are they trying to call a foul ball here?
Yeah, I think they're calling it foul ball. And so the home plate umpire is going to go to the first base umpire to confirm the call here, as it did catch a piece of Bain, but there's a question on whether or not it also caught a piece of the bat. And if it did, as unfortunate as it might sound, Bain is still alive in this at-bat. And that's exactly what they're going to call.
I mean, I don't understand where it's even close to seeing a foul ball. It never even came close to the bat.
He's saying it hit him around the elbow and tricep area, and he said it's red. You can see it right here.
I mean,
and if it did hit him in the above the elbow, from the elbow or above, if it did hit him there, I mean it's almost impossible for it to hit the bat simultaneously.
I'm just genuinely speechless.
Yeah.
I never even came close to the bat.
I mean, because it could have hit the bat after it had already hit him. But at that point, he's still hit by the pitch.
It was just straight bone you just heard.
Yeah, no.
And he was writhing in pain.
And I mean, I have the headset off, and I will just say real quick, I did not hear metal contacting the bat, but they're gonna
foul ball.
Yeah, they're gonna call it a foul ball.
Whoa.
And so, I mean, for Bain, a bit frustrating. That's just gonna be the call on the field now. And it hurt him. It really hurt him.
He was writhing in pain. He was, holding his elbow for a few seconds there.
And so he's behind in the count now, 1-2. It takes a breaking ball that misses the zone, and it's 2-2. And so just gonna have to keep playing now. How crazy would it be? He takes it deep.
3, 2, 1.
Swung on and missed. Bounce to the plate, and a good play. So first for the putout. So I'm glad that I didn't write hit by pitch in my scorecard, because my scorecard looks clean still.
Well, sucks for Bain because he gets to go home with the bruise on his arm and no base hit to account, no extra on base percentage to account for it.
Yeah, well,
He tallies up a strikeout actually, is from a hit by pitch.
the silver lining, if there's any, really, for Bain is that he doesn't have to be ready to play another game until Thursday. Here now is Emmett Johnson in a Canberra spot.
This is Canberra.
Oh, I thought I saw Emmett.
He's on
deck. That's why. All right, Canberra. Swinging the bat. That's why you pick your head up and you look at the game, Mondo. 1-0, here you come. And it's on the outside, 2-0. I'm looking down at my scorecard to write in information that I don't need to write in. Until at least one more at bat, if it happens.
This could be the last at bat for the Renegades here.
That bounces. And it's 3-0. Canberra today is 1 for 3. Also with a walk today. And when he got his base hit in the 7th, he came around to score. 3-0. In there for a strike. And so the 3-1 getting ready to come home. Here comes. In there for a strike.
You have to take the bat off his shoulders in this at-bat. Looking to protect you on a 3-2.
Three-two home. In there, strike 3 called. 3 outs to win it for the Renegades. And 6 or more to keep playing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Foldy is looking for the complete game. He will need a total of 9 strikes and 3 outs to do so. And it's been an incredible day for him on the mound. This is to right center field. And that's going to be the first out of the inning.
1 pitch, 1 out.
Daniel Sanchez down.
I bet internally Foley's looking for his 10th strikeout too. Just round off, get a nice 10 Ks.
And get double-digit Ks and the complete game.
Yep.
I mean,
Only
might as
giving
well
up-
get greedy.
Yeah, only giving up 4 hits, 1 run.
We got a new hitter here. So, let me hopefully not take an hour to find out who he is. Isaiah Herrera.
Hitting 100 with 10 at-bats. 1 hit.
Swings and misses at his 0-0 delivery. The 0-1. Grounded over to Foley, who makes the play and flips it to first. Salgado. No, not Salgado. Or yes, Salgado, correction. The final opportunity here. And he takes for a strike. 0-1 the count.
He just needs 2 strikes. And I have a feeling if Foley gives up a hitter here, someone on base, he's going to get pulled, I think, immediately. I think he's on till one base runner.
Center field, that'll be a base hit.
See if they pull him or not. That doesn't look like it.
Curran not even thinking about it.
Nope, right into the score sheet. That's all he's doing.
And so Kroom now is going to swing the bat. That's Caven Kroom.
Kevin Grimm did a little dance pre-stepping into the box.
He bounces this one in to the left side and foul.
How nice would it be to get your last out of the inning on a strikeout?
I was about to say righty, so a chance for him here. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. This home crowd really wanting to see a strikeout to end this game for Foley. Here comes the 0-2. Just off the corner.
Just outside.
1-2 the count now. Foley to finish this game. Here it comes home. And it's foul to the right side.
Wouldn't be surprised if he goes heater on the inside part of the plate here. Work him outside both times and run it inside, but targets that outside.
The 1-2. This is going to be bounced over to second base. And Joaquin Stewart flips to first for the 4-3 putout to end this game. And the Renegades with a dominant and commanding game against the Cañada Colts to send them to 7-10 on the season, and the Renegades improved to 16-1 on the season. An incredible day for the Renegades. And really, honestly, not having to do much. They got aboard via free passes and then got their base hits when they needed to in those situations. That was the key difference in this game.
Exactly what it was.
And apart from that, I mean, of course, a superhuman effort for Matthew Foley, who ends this game in a complete game victory for him, pitching through 9 innings, surrendering 5 hits and a run. The run coming off of a solo shot to left field by Daniel Savage, and that was really the only swing of the bat that was notable for the Colts today.
Yep.
So, an incredible day for these Renegades.
Yeah, super positive effort. I'm glad to see in one of their tougher competitions, probably the second hardest team they've had to face so far behind Citrus. They prevailed. They stayed strong, stayed to their true mottos, and did exactly what they needed to do. Played smart, played aggressive at the same time. And again, the free bases helped them extremely. The free bases were exactly what they needed to do. But other than that, I mean, it was a strong game. Pitching was their number one aspect of this. Foley coming in and throwing a complete game, only giving up 4 or 5 hits, 1 run, is, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better day from Foley. And the hitters they took advantage of each individual free base that they got given, and overall, honestly, a pretty perfect performance from the Renegades.
All right, folks, and that's going to do it for today's game. And we will be back on the air here on this channel from the Ohlone College Renegade Field against Chabot College, the Gladiators, on Friday at 2 p.m. That's Friday the 6th at 2 p.m. Folks, that is the next time we will be speaking to you. And for Bodie Warden, I'm Armando Galan. And for the rest of our staff, consisting of Chris Warden and the coaching staff here at the Ohlone College baseball field, I'm Armando Galan. Thank you for watching.